Hello again, and welcome back to Behind the News. As always, I'm Robyn Brady. Lots of stuff going on in Chatham-Kent over the last week to tell you about. I want to start with the Dresden Tractor Parade first of all. Since we mentioned it last week, they were trying to break the Guinness World Record for the most tractors in a parade. The existing record was 601, and at this event on Saturday, they managed to pull out 1,231 tractors from start to finish in the parade, an amazing number, doubling the record more than. They took about 6 hours from start to finish for the parade. And of course the main part with this is that the event was raising money for cancer research, and they brought in over $100,000 that day alone. Lots of great stories coming out of that as well. So congratulations to everyone who took part in that event. There was a meeting in Chatham Monday night in East End Chatham at the Wish Centre talking about renovations to Taylor Park and the Orville Wright Pool. They were mainly asking about the pool and what residents wanted to do, whether they wanted to renovate the pool and spruce it up or replace the pool with a splash pad. Those were the two main options. They took a straw poll vote, and 100% of the people in attendance, there are between 80 and 100 people at the meeting, every single one of them said that they wanted to renovate the pool. So that's what's going to happen. Really great to see the community coming together in that way. Speaking of swimming, things going on with the beaches in Chatham-Kent. This was first announced back in the spring, but it's come to light once again that the municipality is no longer posting closure notices at area beaches. They still test the water for E. coli levels, and they still monitor the beaches in that way, but they're no longer closing beaches. They're leaving it up to individual swimmers to decide once they're at the beach whether or not they want to go in the water. So since it is up to you, you probably should know what you're looking for. If you're in waist-deep water and you can't see your feet anymore, then the water is not safe to swim in. So just something to keep in mind if you're heading to the beach around Chatham-Kent. Let's see, there was a Mid-Ax job fair in Chatham this week. Lots of people heading out to that. That was held earlier this week at the call center at the corner of Richmond and Kyle, just down the street from the radio station. And by the time our reporter got there, when the doors were just opening, they had about 100 people in line. They were looking to hire 100 people for these new jobs at the call center. So definitely a lot of interest in that. They're going to start training next week. So good luck to everyone who is out looking for a job at Mid-Ax. Interesting story from Chatham-Kent Police this week. It's certainly been talked about an awful lot. It actually made national headlines. Quirky little story out of Chatham. The way the story goes, a man was making a sandwich for his girlfriend. She ate half the sandwich, left the other half. He asked her later if he could finish the sandwich. She said sure. Then later went back. There was no sandwich because he ate it, because she said so. She got mad and punched him in the face. Charges have been laid, investigation continues, she'll appear in court, but strange little story and certainly the talk of the town this week. Let's see what's coming up next week around Chatham-Kent. The Capitol Theatre is going to be open. They've got their first run of shows, sort of the soft opening, they're calling it. They've got the Tap Dogs coming in for a string of shows, and that kicks off on Tuesday. They had their first show, 8 shows in the course of 5 days. This is not the grand opening. They're doing that in September, of course, but before this happens, the Capitol's still looking for some volunteers to come in and help tidy up. They've got some cleaning to do before the audiences start to show up for the show on Tuesday. So if you're looking to help out to clean up the Capitol, you can give them a call at the box office, 519-358-7079. Next week, tune in again. I'll be talking to our news director, Bob Becken. He's actually the news director in Chatham, at the stations in Leamington, and in Windsor. So a big load for him. We'll find out what he does. Tune in next week on Behind the News.